Hello, Aquarius. This is going to be your June 2019 Clow card reading. This is for Aquarius, Sun, Moon, or Rising. So, I think this is going to be a good month for you. This is just a very general reading going over your general emotions throughout the month. I'm going to pull some Clow cards and then I'm going to pull some additional Oracle cards for further guidance into the reading. So I've already shuffled the cards. This is for Aquarius, June 2019. Aquarius, June 2019. I'm actually an Aquarius moon myself, so I'm very curious about this reading as well. Hope all of you are doing well, and I think this is gonna be fun. Aquarius, June 2019. Bottom of the deck, we have the Nothing. So, as we know, well, some of us maybe, the Nothing card is about, it's about indifference. It's about being stagnant, a little bored with life. So I think in June, it's all about overcoming that. I think it's easy to take things easy, and just try and just kind of float through life a little bit. But we want to overcome that. There's a lot of things that we can be doing. There's a lot of things we can be accomplishing, giving our time to working on both inside and outside of ourselves. And the Nothing card coming up as the general overall energy could mean that you might feel tempted to, just stay inside, just keep to yourself, just kind of not be lazy, but take things easy on yourself, but throughout the entire month, as opposed to just for a little while. So let's go ahead and get into the reading of the month and see how it goes. Okay, so let's flip the cards. Right away, we have very positive cards. Wow. The Fly and the Light. Those are possibly the two most positive cards in the deck, in my opinion. Okay, we have the Sword and the Dark. Wow. Wow. Okay. The Time and the Silence. And in the end of the month, we have the Jump and the Thunder. Very good. All right, let's see here. So, the beginning of the month, we have the Fly and the Light. Just very positive energies to start off the month with. You're basically just brimming with positive vibes, positive emotions, positive energy. The universe is good to you in the first week, Aquarius. You are just surrounded and being showered with positivity, light, and good emotions. This is a good time for, doing any cleaning around the house or, spiritual or energy cleansing, like meditation or something like that. Very positive beginning to the month. There's really not too much to say about it, honestly. It's just extremely positive. I think anything to raise your positivity in the first week, you should totally do it because it will raise you to even higher levels of existence. I think you are just doing so good and you have started the month off spectacularly, to be honest. Let's see what the second week has. We have the Sword and the Dark. Now, I feel like in the second week you might be a little, I don't want to say a little mouthy, but you could be maybe telling some people off. The Dark card is all about being in a negative mental place, and it doesn't mean you're angry the entire week. It just means at some point in the week you might be feeling upset about something. Somebody might get you riled up. You might be feeling, hurt, anger, just really any kind of negative emotion. It encompasses many different things. It's just about being in a mental state that's devoid of positivity, which is a departure from the first week, as we can see. The Sword card is all about being very honest, but usually when I see the Sword card, it's more brutally honest to the point where, you might be hurting other people's feelings. You might be stepping on other people's toes with the things that come out of your mouth, the opinions you share. You're expressing your opinion, your ideas, your thoughts in a very blunt way. You are just cutting straight to the point. You're cutting through all the nonsense and you're saying, this is what it is. This is how I feel. This is what I think. it is what it is. Paired with the dark card, I feel like you might be being honest with others, but not coming from the best place. And I feel like you can maybe, you might say something regretful if you're not aware of what you're saying. I think the second week, you're trying to be, you want to be honest, but you're also not in a great mental place. So I would say try to do things that make you feel better. Try to, cultivate a little bit of positivity in your life in the second week. I think that, we can often find ourselves in negative mental places when we overthink things, when we allow doubt and, negative ideas to creep in. But those kinds of things can always be pushed out. They can always be explained away a lot of the time anyway, through a little bit of logic and understanding ourselves. So, or just do things that make you really genuinely happy, and that'll put you in a better mental place as well. As for the sword card, just be aware of what you say. If you feel mad, if you feel triggered by something, if you feel like you're gonna lash out, like, take a moment, collect yourself, think about what you say before you say it. And if you can, try not to talk to anybody while you're upset and mad, because it won't come out the way you intend to. You may say the truth, but you may say it all wrong, and you may hurt someone's feelings or ruin a relationship. Not in a big way, but you don't want to upset anyone, because then you'll have to deal with it later on. So in the second week, just, if you feel upset or triggered by something, just try and, take a moment and think before you speak. And if you're feeling affected negatively by, just doubts or negative thoughts in your mind, just try and, get away from that by doing things that make you happy, by raising your vibration, and by maybe bringing logic into the equation to cancel out some of these negative beliefs that may creep in the second week. Okay, Aquarius. In the third week, we have the time and the silent. Okay, so the silent card is all about, meditation. It's all about inner work. It's all about being quiet and listening to what your heart, your mind is telling you. It's a very introspective card. It speaks to being alone, spending time for yourself. It's a very thoughtful card. So I think in the third week you're gonna be a little bit more low key energy wise. I think you are going to be taking some time for yourself, really, to think things out. I think you're going to be, you might be keeping to yourself because you're going to be remembering a lot of things, since we have the time card here too. So I think the third week for you, Aquarius, you might be having fears about the future. You might be having some worries. You might not feel so hot, in the third week. You might be having a few worries in regards to where your life is going, where certain things in your life are going. You feel a little bit of, pessimism in the third week. You might have some chronic worrying. And honestly, though, I feel like this is more just a call to you to have a time to ground yourself. And when I say ground yourself, if you don't know what that means, grounding is when you spend too much time in your head and not enough time, in your whole body, in your life. You just kind of like, your mind retreats into like far reaches within inside of itself. Basically, when you're present, it means you're grounded. When you're present, you're living life, you're enjoying each moment to moment, you're very here in the moment. If you are not grounded, then you're too far into your thoughts. You may be somewhere, but your mind is elsewhere. You're not present in your body, you're just deep in your thoughts. And usually that can lead to overthinking and worrying. It can give people anxiety when they're feeling like this. So when we see it paired with a silent card, it's saying that, you need to turn your anxiety into optimism. Be optimistic in this third week. You've learned a lot, That's what the time is telling you. You've grown a lot in life. You've had a lot of experiences. You've learned a lot. You know what you're capable of, and you know that you have a lot of potential. Don't let fears, worries, doubts, and anxieties stop you from living your life. Just turn, you know, just really try and ground yourself in the third week. Turn that negative worry into optimism, because you can do that. That's something you can definitely do. You're wise. You've learned a lot by this point. You know, you've learned a lot from your experiences. You know, your logic will always outweigh unnecessary worries, just like in the second week, which it seems like it's just carrying over a little bit into the third week. The general energies of that, although they're not negative, they're just general. You might just be overthinking some things in the third week. So just take some time, some silent time, to really think about things. Think about your past and the things that you've overcome, the things you've dealt with, but still be ready to move forward, because you are definitely going to be doing that when we get into the fourth week. So the second week is about being honest, and the third week is about doing some introspection and honoring your past, but moving forward from that without a fear of the future. Because in the fourth week, we have the jump and the thunder. The jump card is a very actiony card. I feel like the jump card and the thunder card are both very movement oriented cards. The jump card is all about jumping from idea to idea. It's about trying out a lot of new things. It's about not being afraid to try something new. It's about if you're feeling like you have artist block, if you feel stuck in a rut, if you feel stagnant or bored. This is about jumping onto every different possible hobby, task, opportunity that comes your way, trying out all kinds of new things until you find the thing that makes you happy. It's about trying out all kinds of different things, and it's obviously the solution, because we have the thunder card. The thunder card means you have a lot of energy to put towards something, but you have no direction. So you are brimming with energy. You have so much energy. You are buzzing with energy in the last week of the month, Aquarius. You are eager to get something off the ground, but the problem is you're not exactly sure what it is, because you don't have any set intention for this energy. You feel like you want to be doing something, but you don't know what it is. So you might be feeling a little bit antsy. You might be feeling a little restless because you have a lot of energy to offer. The jump card is your saving grace for the last week. It's saying you have a lot of energy, so let's put it to work. The jump card is coming in and telling you, try this, try this, try this. And you're going to keep trying things until, you find that thing that you want to give your energy to. These can be things that you've always done in the past but just haven't done in a while. This could be new things. It could be the first thing you try will be the perfect match. You might have to try a few things. But either way, the fourth week is very action-oriented week. It's very forward-moving. I think you're going to be trying out some new things, or coming at old things with a lot of new energy. So I think the fourth week is going to be very productive for you, Aquarius. I think you'll be able to accomplish a lot. I think things are going to be very good for you. I think you start the month and you end the month on a really good note. And the middle of the month is just more about learning to be more conscious about the way you communicate with others, as well as overcoming negative thought, which we all have to deal with from time to time. The overall theme of the month is the nothing, which is just speaking towards being a little bit bored, being a little bit stagnant. So obviously, if you're ending the month with the jump and the thunder, that's something you certainly overcome by the end of the month. But I feel like it's more towards the middle of the month. You just might want to keep yourself occupied with things that make you feel better. Now, I'm going to pull some additional oracle cards, and we'll see what additional messages these cards want to give you, Aquarius. So, what are some additional messages for Aquarius, June 2019? What are some additional messages for Aquarius, June 2019? What are some additional messages for Aquarius, June 2019? What are some additional messages for Aquarius, June 2019? Oops. That is 12 cards too many. Okay. We just need a few. Okay, let's try that one more time. Aquarius, June 2019. Aquarius. Alright, okay. What have we got here? Clarity. Banish the fog of illusion. Open your eyes to the truth. Remember the perfection of who you are. So I feel like this speaks towards the middle of the month, you know, where you're trying to step out of negative thought patterns and back into the clarity of who you are, you know, trying to, you know, re-achieve balance with your thoughts. It's saying banish the fog of illusion. Open your eyes to the truth. Remember the perfection of who you are. So it's just saying, you know, remember who you are. I mean, you're not always having negative thoughts, and think about the way you think when you aren't thinking negatively. You know, reconnect with that. And that might sound a little hard to understand, I suppose, but it's just about using logic to remember, you know, that, you know, you can be better. Okay, what messages do you have for Aquarius this month? That came out really fast. What have we got here? Rubellite. Passion and purpose. Your enthusiasm gives you energy and motivation to work on a meaningful project that's dear to your heart. Well, speaks to what it says. I feel like that speaks to the end of the month. It's funny how it's all lined up like that. Your enthusiasm gives you energy and motivation to work on a project that's near and dear to your heart. So I think this is speaking towards that passion project, that goal of yours, Aquarius. I feel like you're going to be making some really good, productive progress with that. And not just that, but also overall, if you're trying to achieve a certain goal throughout the whole month, I think as long as you remain optimistic and enthusiastic about it, you won't falter in the energy you have to put towards it. So, you know, just keep that in mind. I guess that's about all I have to say for this. This has been your Aquarius 2019 Clow card reading. This has been a just for fun reading. If you like the reading, then go ahead and leave a like down below. If you want to say something, then of course, don't hesitate to comment. And if you want to see more of this content, then of course subscribe. If you want to see more relating to you, then of course watch the videos for your rising and moon signs. And that's about all I have to say. Thank you so much for watching this video, Aquarius. I hope you have a great month. It looks like you have some good things going for you. Thank you so much, and I will go ahead and close this now, and I will see you in the next one.